Hey everyone, and welcome to the third lesson of our Ultimate Excel course. In this session, we will explore all the major text functions along with custom number format. By the end of this lesson, it is guaranteed that you will have all the skills you need to handle any text-related problem in Excel. So download this lesson file now from the link in the description box below, and let's get started. We will start with some simple text functions, which can help you clean and capitalize text. So first up, let's look at the trim function, which is used to remove extra spaces from text, leaving only single spaces between words and no leading or trailing spaces. So type in an equal sign, then type in trim, press tab. Now press the left arrow key once to select the name, press Control Enter. Now double click the fill handle and send it down. Now as you can see, our text data is clean and ready for further analysis. Next, let's capitalize the first letter of each word in a text string by using the proper function. Now, type in an equal sign, proper, press tab, select the text by pressing the left arrow key once and press Control Enter. Double click and send it down. So the proper function will capitalize the first letter of each word in a text string and convert all other letters to lowercase. This is very useful for formatting names or titles to ensure consistent capitalization. Now we can also use the trim and proper functions together so that we don't need an extra column. We had learned about nested functions in our previous lesson. If you haven't seen this series from the beginning, I highly recommend that you watch it. Alright, so type in an equal sign, type in proper, and now we'll place the trim function inside the proper function. Now select the cell that you want to clean and capitalize, which is this one. Now close parenthesis for the trim function. And now finally for the proper function, press Control Enter. Double click the fill handle to send it down. Alright, moving on. You can also convert text to uppercase or lowercase to maintain consistent formatting. Alright, so type in an equal sign, lower, press tab, select the text that you want to convert to lowercase, press Control Enter. We'll do the same for upper, equal sign, upper, tab, select the text that you want to convert to uppercase, Control Enter. Now we'll select both cells, double click the fill handle and send it down. Great. Let's proceed to the next part. In this chapter, we will learn how to extract parts of text. Let's start with the len, search, and find functions, which are useful for measuring and locating text within strings. Here we have our sample data set. It includes the following names. Now we want to find the position of the space in each of these names. We'll start with the find function. First, open the insert function dialog box by pressing Shift F3. Type in the find function, press enter, select it. Under find text, we will specify what we are looking for. In our case, it is a single space. So within quotes, we will put a space. Next, under within text, we will select the cell which contains the text string. So we'll select this cell. Start number is optional, so we will keep it blank. Click on OK. You will see the position of the space in Trey Parker is 5. Double click the fill handle to copy the formula down. Next, let's use the search function. Press Shift F3, type in search, press enter, select it. So we are looking for a space again. So within the same cell, click on OK. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now, the only difference between these two functions is that find is case sensitive while search is not. Let's check that out in this example. Suppose we would like to locate the position of capital T in this text string. Let's use find and then search. This time we will specify the position in the text to start the search at the first instance. So first type in find, press tab. What we are looking for is a capital T, press comma, press the left arrow key once to select the name, type in a comma. Now, the starting number would be 1. Close parenthesis, press Control Enter. Press tab to move to the next one. All right, type in an equal sign, type in search, press tab when you find it. What we are looking for is a capital T within the same cell, and the starting number is 1. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. Now select both cells, double click the fill handle and send it down. So as you can see, we got different results as find is case sensitive while search is not. Now let's take a look at the simple yet useful len function. Type in an equal sign and type in len, press tab, select the text, press Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. This will give you the length of the text in these cells. All right, now let's learn using the left, mid, and right functions, which helps us extract parts of text strings. Now we have this simple data set with postcodes. First, we'll extract the first 4 letters from each postcode using the left function. So press Shift F3, type in left, press Enter. Select the function. All right. First, select the text string you want to extract from, which is this cell. Next, you need to specify the number of characters you want to extract from the left. We want to extract the first 4 letters. So type in 4 and click on OK. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now you'll see only 4 letters in this column. Next, let's use the mid function to extract the last 3 characters. Press Shift F3, type in mid, press Enter, select the function. Under text, select the cell you want to extract from. Now under start number, we need to specify the position where you want to start extracting. Since we need the last 3 characters of a 7-character string, we start at position 5. Finally, mention the number of characters you want to extract, which is 3. Click OK, double click the fill handle and send it down. Finally, let's use the right function to extract the last 3 characters. Press Shift F3, type in right, press Enter, select the function. Now under text, select the cell you want to extract from. Now, under number of characters, specify the exact number of characters you want to extract from the right. So we want to extract the last 3 letters. So type in 3 and click on OK. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now, while these functions we have just discussed may not seem like much on their own, when combined together, they can produce great results. Let's consider this example where we need to extract the local part of the email address, which is text before the @ sign. So first, we'll use the find function to locate the position of the @ sign. So select the cell, type in an equal sign, then find, press tab. We are looking for the @ symbol. Type in the @ symbol within quotes, press comma. Now this is the cell we are looking in. Close parenthesis, press Control Enter. Double click and send it down. Now this tells us the exact position of the @ sign in these email addresses. With the help of this, now let's extract the local part of the email address. Type in an equal sign, then type in left, press tab, press the left arrow key twice, select the email address, press comma. Now, under the number of characters, select the result of the find function and press Control Enter. So as you can see, this text also includes the @ sign, which we don't need. Let's get rid of this. So we'll press F2 to edit the formula. And now we will deduct 1 from the number of characters. So type in -1 and press Control Enter. Now double click the fill handle and send it down. Now as you can see, we have properly extracted the local part. But in this example, we have used an extra column, a helper column, to achieve the result, which we need to avoid. So let's combine this into a single nested function. But this time we will use a shortcut, which will simplify things a lot. So now on the home tab under clipboard, under the clipboard group, click the small arrow in the bottom right corner. Now this will open the clipboard pane. Now let's copy the find function. Let's double click the cell first and copy the find function excluding the equal sign. Press Ctrl C. Now you'll see it here. Now press escape. Now let's type in our nested function. Type in equal sign, left, press tab, select the email address, press comma. Now double click on the function we just copied. Now add -1 at the end as we need one less character. Close the function and press Ctrl Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Alright, next we will extract the domain part of the email addresses. First, we will use the find function to locate the @ sign in the text string. So type in an equal sign, find, press tab. What we are looking for is the @ sign, comma, within the email address. Press Ctrl Enter. Now under len, type in an equal sign, len, press tab, select the text, press Ctrl Enter. Select both cells, double click the fill handle to send it down. Now we will use the mid function to extract the domain part. So type in an equal sign, mid, press tab, select the text, comma. Now for starting number, we will use the result of the find function, comma. On the number of characters, we will use the result of the len function. Keep it dynamic. Press Ctrl Enter. Double click the fill handle to send it down. Now, as we don't need the @ signs, we will add 1 at the end of the find function. Press Ctrl Enter. Double click and send it down. Now let's combine this into a single nested function, as we should always try and use fewer columns if possible. So we will use the same shortcut as last time. Copy the functions first. Open the clipboard pane. All right. Now let's type in our combined function. Type in an equal sign, made, press tab, select the email address, comma. Now paste the find function, comma. And now finally paste the len function. Close parenthesis. press Control Enter. Double click and send it down. Alright, next we will extract text from the beginning of a string up to a specific character using mid and find functions. So we have a sample data set with product descriptions and codes. Our goal is to extract the text from the beginning of each string to the pound symbol. Alright, so type in an equal sign, mid, press tab, select the text, comma. For starting number, we will use the find function. No, I'm sorry. For the starting number, we will use 1 as we are starting from position 1. Under number of characters, we will use the find function. Under find, what we are looking for is the pound symbol. Within this, close parenthesis. Now, at the end, we will type in -2 to get rid of the space and the pound symbol. Close parenthesis, press Control Enter. Now you'll see the extracted text is 5 layers. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now this technique is very useful for extracting specific parts of text strings based on a delimiter. In this case, the pound symbol. Next, we are going to learn how to extract file extensions from file names using the write, len, and find functions. So we have the sample data set with file names, and our goal is to extract the file extension from each file name. So first, we will use the find function to help us locate the position of the period. Give it an equal sign, find, press tab. What we are looking for is a period, comma. Within this file name, press Control Enter. Next, let's find the total length of the text. Type in an equal sign, len, press tab, select the text, press Control Enter. Select both cells, double click the fill handle and send it down. Now, to extract the file extension, we need to calculate the number of characters from period to the end of the string. This is done by subtracting the position of the period from the total length of the string. So len minus find. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now let's use the write function to find the file extension. Type in write. We will select the file name. The number of characters will be the result. Press Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. So as you can see, we have extracted the file extensions now. Now let's do the same in a single nested function. So we'll copy the functions first. So what we'll do is first we'll clear the clipboard pane. All right. Now let's double click the cell and copy the functions. All right. Now let's type in our function. Type in an equal sign, write, press tab, select the file name, comma. Now we will paste the len function first, minus the find function. Close parenthesis, press Control Enter. Now double click the fill handle and send it down. Next, we will search for a word in any case using the search and ISNUMBER functions. So this is the word we are looking for in this data set. All right, so we will use the search function first to look for the word. Type in an equal sign, search. So what we are looking for is this word. Select it, press F4 to lock it. Now, if you are new to cell referencing, check out our first lesson in this series where we have covered this. All right, now type in a comma, select the cell, press Control Enter. So if the word loader is found, search returns the position of the first character of loader within the text string. If not, it returns an error. Next, let's look at the ISNUMBER function. The ISNUMBER function checks whether a value is a number and returns true if it is and false if it isn't. So by combining ISNUMBER along with search, we can check if loader is found in the text string. So type in an equal sign, ISNUMBER, press tab when you find it, select the cell, the result of the search function, press Ctrl Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now let's combine the search and ISNUMBER functions to determine if loader is present in each text string. So what we'll do is we'll copy the search function first, copy it. Now let's type in an equal sign, ISNUMBER. Now for the value, we'll paste the search function, close parenthesis, Control Enter. Double click and send it down. So as you can see, this technique can be very useful in searching for specific words or substrings within text strings, regardless of case. All right, now let's proceed to the next chapter. In this chapter, we will learn how to replace and join text using replace, substitute, and concat functions. First, let's look at the substitute function. This function is a handy tool for replacing text within a cell. In this example, we will replace the word sales with cost. So type in an equal sign, type in substitute, press tab, select the cell containing the text string, comma. Now type in the text that you want to replace. In our case, it is sales. We'll type in sales within quotes, comma. And now we'll type in the new text. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. So as you can see, sales has been replaced by cost now. In the next example, we will replace quarter 2 with quarter 3. So type in equal sign, substitute, select the text. Next, type in the old text, which is 2 in this case, comma, type in the new text that you want to replace it with. And this time, we will mention the instance number as 1, as we want to replace the first 2 from the left. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. All right, next, in this example, our goal is to add a comma after the last name. So let's type in an equal sign, type in substitute, press tab, select the cell containing the text string, comma. Now type in the text you want to replace. In our case, it's a single space. So we'll put a space within quotes, comma. And now we will replace this with a comma and a space. Now close parenthesis. Press Control Enter. Double click the fill handle to send it down. So as you can see, now we have a comma after the last name and then the first name. Next, let's look at a complex example using the substitute function. In this example, we will convert numbers in phone number format to a continuous string of numbers. So basically, our goal is to remove the opening parenthesis, the closing parenthesis and the space, and then the hyphen at the end. So we end up with a continuous string of numbers. So in this case, we need to use multiple substitute functions. So type in equal sign, substitute, press tab, type in substitute again, press tab, and then type in substitute again for the final time, press tab. Now first select the cell containing the text, comma. First, we will remove the opening parenthesis. So within quotes, put in the opening parenthesis, comma, and we will replace that with double quotes, which means nothing. Now close the first substitute function, comma. Now we have moved to the second substitute function, where we will remove the closing parenthesis and space. Type in closing parenthesis and space. We will replace that with double quotes, nothing. Close the second function, comma. Now finally, we will remove the dash with double quotes, which means nothing. Now finally, close the entire function. And now press Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. So as you can see, by mastering the substitute function, you can efficiently modify text strings to meet your needs. Next, we are going to learn how to use replace function. Now, in our first example, we will replace quarter 2 by quarter 3. So, type in an equal sign, type in replace, tab. First, select the cell containing the text under old text, comma. Now we need to mention the starting position of the characters we want to replace. In our case, it is 9, as 2 is the 9th character in the text string. Type in comma. Now mention the number of characters you want to replace. We want to replace a single character, so type in 1, comma. Now type in new text, which is 3 in our case. Press Control Enter. Double click and send it down. So as you can see, we have achieved the same result using substitute last time. Alright, next we will use the replace function to mask the first 6 digits of the employee ID numbers with 3 asterisks. So basically, we want to replace the first 6 digits of the employee ID number in the ID string with 3 asterisks. So type in equal sign, type in replace, press tab. First select the cell containing the text, comma. Our starting position is 6. Press comma. Now mention the number of characters you want to replace. We want to replace 6 characters. So type in 6, comma. Now type in the new text. So within quotes, we will type in 3 asterisks. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. So as you can see, this technique can be very useful for protecting sensitive information by masking parts of the data. Alright, moving on. Now let's put all our knowledge to test in this complex example where we will extract first and last names and then learn how to join them. First, we will extract the last name using left and find. So type in equal sign, left, press tab. Now select the text first, comma. Now for the number of characters, we will use the find function like before. Press tab. What we are looking for is a comma. We are looking for comma in this text string. Close parenthesis. And now we will get rid of the comma by typing in -1 at the end of the find function. Now close the left function. Press Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Next, let's use the replace and find functions to extract the first name from this text string. So type in an equal sign, replace, tab, select the text, type in comma. Now our starting number would be 1, as we want to replace the last name. Alright, now the number of characters, we will use the find function like before. So what we are looking for is a comma within this text string, close parenthesis, as we don't need the comma in this example. So we will type in +1 at the end of the find function. Now type in a comma to move to the next part, which is new text, and the new text we want is double quotes nothing. So we will replace the last name and the comma with nothing. So we end up with only the first name. Type in closing parenthesis, press Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now let's combine this to get the full name in a single cell. First, we will use the ampersand to join the text. So first, we will copy our functions to the clipboard like before. Open the clipboard. Now let's copy the functions first. This is the last name, and this calculates our first name. Now let's use ampersand to join this. Type in an equal sign. First, we will paste the function containing the first name, which is this one. Double click. Now we will use the ampersand to join the first and last name. So type in ampersand. We need a space in between the last and first and last name. So within quotes, we will put a space. Type in ampersand once again. Now we will paste the last name. Press Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Right. So we can also use the CONCAT function to join text strings. Let's check it out. Type in an equal sign, type in CONCAT, press tab. So our first text would be the replace and find function. Now we'll type in comma, add the second text, which is a space within quotes, type in comma. Now paste the last name. Type in closing parenthesis, Control Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. And that's how you can use a combination of functions along with the ampersand or the concat function to extract and reformat names in Excel. In this chapter, we will learn about several other important text functions. Let's get started with the TEXTJOIN function, which you can use to combine text from multiple ranges and also include a delimiter you specify between each text value. So we have this sample data set where the address is split across several cells: street, city, state, and so on. Now, our goal is to combine all these parts into a single address string for each row. Let's get started. Type in an equal sign, text join, press tab, and select it. First, we need to specify the delimiter, which is the text that you want to use to separate the combined text strings. In our case, it will be a comma followed by a space. Comma. Now next, we will select true if we want to ignore empty cells. So just select true by pressing tab, comma. Now select the cells containing the X strings that you want to join. Press Ctrl Enter. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now, as you can see, the delimiter that we specified has been placed between each part of the address. All right, now let's take a look at another example where we will import data from MS Word. Let's open this sample data file. So here we have the sample data I pasted from a web page. All this text is part of a single paragraph, but as you can see, the paragraph marks are at the end of each line, which we need to fix. We will use the TEXTJOIN function in Excel. All right, so let's copy this first. Control A, Control C. Now go back to Excel and let's paste it here. Control V. All right. Now let's type in equal sign, text join, tab. Now this time our delimiter will be a single space, comma, true, comma. Now select all the text, Control Shift down arrow to select all the text strings. Now press Control Enter. Now let's check this in MS Word. Copy the cell containing the formula. I will go back to MS Word. Now let's add a page break. All right, I will paste our data here. Go to the Home tab, paste text only. Now this text is part of a single paragraph. So by mastering the text join function, you can efficiently combine text from multiple cells to create well-formatted strings. Next, let's check out the dollar function. In this example, we need to concatenate different text strings together. So the result is like this example. We got the name, the fruit, and the amount, and we need to add some more text and join this in a similar manner. So we will use ampersand first. Let's get started. Type in an equal sign, select the cell containing the name, ampersand. Now let's add the text, space, has sold, space, close it, ampersand. Now we will select the root, ampersand. Within quotes, now we'll add the word worth, space, ampersand. Now we will use the dollar function, convert this to currency format with no decimals. So type in the dollar, type in dollar, select the function. Now let's select the number first, comma, and we want no decimals. Close parenthesis, press Control Enter. Double click and send it down. Now we can achieve the same result using the CONCAT function. So type in an equal sign, let's type in an equal sign, CONCAT. So our first text will be the name, comma. When we add our next text, which is space, has sold, space. Then we select the fruit. Then we add another word, comma. Now we finally use the dollar function. Close parenthesis for the dollar function, close parenthesis for the CONCAT function. Double click and send it down. All right. Next, let's take a look at number value and fixed. Here we have the sample data set where we have received sales data from our European counterparts. But as you can see, the format is different, as there is a period where there should have been a comma, and there's a comma in place of a period, which is actually a common practice in European countries. So our goal here is to convert this value into a standardized numeric format and then fix the number of decimal places. First, we will use the number value function, which converts text value to numeric value. So type in an equal sign, number value, select the function. Under text, you need to select the cell containing the text that you want to convert, comma. Now the decimal separator is the character used as the decimal point in the text, which is a comma in our case. So type in a comma within quotes, type comma to move to the next part. Now the group separator is the character used as the thousand separator in the text. So in our case, it is a period. Close parenthesis, control, enter. Double click and send it down. So as you can see, this has now been converted to a numeric value. Now we will use the fixed function to round the number to a specified number of decimal places and also add commas as thousand separators. So what we'll do is, let's delete this first. Copy the formula, excluding the equal sign. Press escape, now press delete. Now we'll use the fixed function. Press shift F3, type in fixed, press enter, enter again. Now under number is the number you want to round and convert to text. So number is the number value function for us. Now the number of decimal places, we'll set this to 2. No commas, under no commas, we will type in false, as we need the commas as the thousand separators. Click on OK. So this rounds the number and formats it with commas. Now we'll learn how to use the dollar function along with a named cell containing the exchange rate to handle currency conversions efficiently. Our goal now is to convert this value in euros to USD. So we have already named this cell that contains the euro to USD exchange rate as euro USD. You can check that in the name box. We had discussed name manager in the very first lesson, so I won't explain it again. All right, so let's get started. Type in an equal sign, dollar, tab. Under number, select the value, and now multiply it by the exchange rate. Now we'll just select the cell here. All right. Now type in a comma, and for decimal places, we will set this to 2. Close parenthesis, control, enter. Double click and send it down. So as you can see, this has been converted and formatted in USD now. These functions are very useful when dealing with different currency formats or preparing data for presentation. Next, we'll look at some minor text functions. Let's check out exact first, which checks whether two text strings are exactly the same. All right, so type in the equal sign, exact, tab, select the first text, comma, and then select the second text. Control, enter. Now double click and send it down. We can also check if two strings are similar using the equal sign. Let's try it out. So type in an equal sign, select the word, type in an equal sign again, and select the second word. Press Control Enter. Double click and send it down. So as you can see, these work in a similar way, but the only difference is that exact is case sensitive, while the other one is not. Now let's check out the repeat and character functions. So suppose you want to repeat the text in this cell 3 times. So let's type in equal sign, REPT, tab, select the text, type in a comma, and then the number of times you would like to repeat the text. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. Double click and send it down. All right. Now let's see what the character function does. So suppose you want to display the third character in the computer's character set. So we'll type in equal sign, CHAR, tab, type in 3 and press Control Enter. So this is the third character in the computer's character set. Next, let's do the same for the rest. 33, that's the exclamation mark, an equal sign, CHAR, tab, 65, which is a capital A. All right, now let's check out an example where we can use both functions to create a cool visualization. Here we have a list of products and sales units. The numbers will change randomly when you press F9. When you press F9, it recalculates the workbook. Now the number changes because in these cells we have the ranBetween function, which returns a random number between the numbers you specify, between the bottom and the top. All right. Now let's create the visualization. Type in an equal sign, REPT, tab. Now we will repeat character number 3 by the number of times in this cell. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. First, let's change the color. Change it to red or anything else you want. Double click the fill handle and send it down. Now, every single time you press F9, you will see this update. So as you can see, this is a very cool way of creating a visualization without using any charts. Let's proceed to the next chapter. Before we begin this chapter, please make sure to download the lesson file from the link provided in the description box below. This will allow you to follow along and practice with us in case you're not doing that already. Having a copy of this workbook will be invaluable whenever you encounter challenges with text functions in Excel, as it includes all the text functions along with the most practical examples possible. If you find this tutorial helpful, please like and share it with your friends who might also benefit from it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Alright, so let's dive in. In this chapter, we will learn about the mother of all text functions, the text function itself, which is one of the most versatile and powerful functions in Excel. Now, the text function converts a numeric value to text in a specified number format. Whether you want to format dates, numbers, or even customize text strings, the text function has got you covered. So let's get started with formatting numbers. We have this sample data set here, and we are going to change the format of the values according to the description provided. First, let's copy the format from the top. Double click the cell, copy it, press escape. Now, let's type in the text function. Have an equal sign, text, press tab. Here, value is the number, time, or date you want to format. So, we will select this cell which contains the value, type comma. Now, under format text, we will paste the formatting we just copied. So, this will specify the desired format. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. So as you can see, we have 1000 separators with no decimals now. Let's move on to the next one. Press enter, press Ctrl D to copy the formula down. Now this time we need 1000 separator with 2 decimal points. So press F2 and we will edit the format. We will just add dot 00 at the end and press Ctrl enter. Now we have the 2 decimal places. Next, we need the currency format with no decimal places. So let's do the same thing. Ctrl D to copy the formula down. Press F2. Now this time we will remove the decimal places and just add a dollar sign for the pound symbol. Press Ctrl enter. All right. For the next one, we need the currency format along with 2 decimal places. So Ctrl D. So press Ctrl D, copy the formula down. Now what we need to do is just add 0.00 at the end, which will ensure 2 decimal places. All right, next we need the counting format. All right, so first we'll copy the formula down, press F2 to edit it. Now what we need to do is, so we don't need any decimals, so we'll remove this first. Now all we need to do is add a space between dollar and the pound symbol, then type in an asterisk and then a space again. Press Ctrl enter. Now we have the accounting format with no decimals. Let's move to the next one. Ctrl D, press F2. This needs 2 decimal places, so I'll just type in 0.00 at the end. Press Ctrl enter. Now in this one we need the currency format, 2 decimals, and the negative value should be in brackets. So for this one, the format is a little complex, so we'll just copy the format from here. We'll type in equal sign, text, tab, select the value, comma, paste the format, close parenthesis, Control enter. Next, we need to convert this long number to 1000. Let's do it. Type in an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma. Now in the format text, type in a pound symbol and a comma within quotes. Press Control enter. Next, we need to convert to 1000 with 1 decimal. So what we'll do is we'll press Ctrl D to copy the formula down, press F2. Now what we'll do is we'll remove the comma from inside the format, type in a dot and then 0. Press Ctrl enter. We did a small mistake here. So we need a comma at the end of 0 as well. So it should be a pound symbol, then a dot, 0 and a comma. Press Ctrl enter. Now you can see this has been converted to 1000 with 1 decimal place. Right, next we will convert this number to millions with M at the end. Let's start. So we'll type in an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma, type in pound symbol, dot, pound symbol again, 2 commas, and then you put it in quotes, close parenthesis, and then we will use the ampersand, and we'll use the ampersand to add the M at the end. Now press Control enter. Now it is important to note that this result here, this is a text string and not a numeric value, which means you cannot use this for further numeric calculations without converting it back to a number. So if we multiply this with suppose 2, we get this error message. Now You can also use custom number formats to change the appearance of numbers, dates, and times in cells without altering the underlying values. Let me show you how. We will use the same values like our previous example. The format, in most cases, will be similar except in few cases. So let's copy the format first. Now select the cell, open the Format Cells dialog box by pressing Ctrl 1. Under Category, click on Custom, and then under Type, paste the format. Click on OK. Now let's do the same for the next one. Ctrl 1, paste the format. Now in this one, we need 2 decimals. So we'll add .00 at the end and press Enter. Let's move on to the next one. So we need currency with no decimals. Press Ctrl 1, click on Custom, paste the formatting, and now just add a $sign in front of the format. Let's do the same for the next one, in which we need 2 decimals and currency. Let's add the decimal places first. Let's add the currency, press Enter. Now for the accounting one, this one is pretty complex, so we'll just copy this and paste it under custom format. Let's do the same for the next one, in which we need the accounting format with 2 decimals. Right, next we have the currency format with 2 decimals and the negative value in red. Okay, let's copy this format first. Press Ctrl 1 and custom, paste the format and click on OK. Now, one important thing to note here is that you can only display negative values in red with custom number format. The text function lacks this capability. All right, moving on, let's do the same for the rest. Let's convert this 1000. Press Ctrl 1, paste the format, click on OK. Now we need to do the same, but we also need a decimal place. So we'll add a dot, then a 0, and then a comma, just like the text function. All right, next, we need to convert this to millions with M at the end. All right. Now press Ctrl 1 under custom. Let's type in pound, then 2 commas, and then the text we need within quotes, which is M in this example. All right, press Enter. Now you can also add words to the values. You just need to add the word or any letter you wish within quotes. Now, one more interesting thing to note is that as the underlying value remains the same, you can use this in calculations without any issues, like this. All right, now let's proceed to the next part. Now let's change date formats. First, we need to format the month of this date without a leading 0. Let's get started. Type in an equal sign, text, press tab, choose the value, which is the current date, type in a comma, and this time our format will be M within quotes. Close parenthesis, press Ctrl Enter. All right, moving on to the next one. Let's press Ctrl D, copy the formula down, press F2. Now we need to display the month with a leading 0. So we'll add in one more M, I'm sorry. Press Ctrl Enter. Now you can see the month being displayed with a leading 0. All right, next. We need the month as an abbreviated name in this one. So first let's copy down the formula. We'll just add one more M in this. And now we have it, the abbreviated name, which will be Jan for January, Feb for February, and so on. Next, we need the month as a full name. So type in an equal sign, text, tab, choose the value as current date, and type in MMMM. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. Next, we need the day, as a single digit. All right. So type in equal sign, text, tab, choose the value as the current date, comma. This time the format text will be D within quotes. Let's do the same for the next one. Just add in one more D for a leading 0 in the day. Now we want the day as an abbreviated name, as in MON for Monday, and so on. All right, move on to the next one. Now we need the full day, the full name of the day. All right, so this was for months, days, and now we proceed to years. An equal sign, text, tab, choose the value as the current date, comma, and the format text will be YY as we want to see the year in 2-digit format. All right, moving on, we need the same, but this time as a 4-digit year. All right, next, we need 2-digit month, day, and year separated by a forward slash. So let's copy the format first. Have an equal sign, text, choose the value as the current date, tab, type in a comma, paste the format, which is mm/dd/YY within quotes. Close parenthesis, Control Enter. Now we need the same for the next one, but this time we need 2-digit day followed by a dash, abbreviated month, dash, and then 2-digit year. So type in an equal sign, text, tab, choose the value, and now type in dd-mmm-YY within quotes, close parenthesis, Control Enter. These formats are used to standardize the representation of dates. You can also achieve the same results with the custom number format. Now, click on any cell in the custom format column, press Ctrl 1, and you'll be able to see that the same format has been used under type for each and every single one. All right, moving on to the next part. Now let's look at time formats. Now first, we'll display the hour in a 12-hour format followed by AM or PM. So type in an equal sign, text, press tab, choose the value as the current time, press tab, comma. Now under format text, we'll use this format as H space AM/PM within quotes, close parenthesis, Control Enter. Next, we need the hour and minute in 12-hour format followed by AM and PM. So press Control D to copy the formatting down, press F2. Now we'll just add the minute part to this and press Control Enter. Next, we need to display the hour, minute, and second followed by A for AM or P for PM. All right, so press Control D, copy the formula down, press F2, and now we will just add the seconds part and then change this to A/P. Press Control Enter. All right, next, Now we need to display the hour, minute, and second in 24-hour format with 2 decimal places for seconds. All right, so Control D, press F2. Let's edit this. Now we'll just add .00 at the end and press Control Enter. Next, we need to display the hour and minutes even if the total hours exceed 24. So we are looking at this value now. All right, so type in an equal sign, text, press tab, choose the value, which is more than 24 hours, type comma. Now type in the format, which is H within brackets and then close parenthesis, Control Enter. So this format is very useful for showing durations that are more than 24 hours. Now let's check out percent formats, which is very straightforward. All right, so we have these values, and this is the format we need to change this to. All right, type in an equal sign, text, press tab, choose the value, comma, and now under format text, we'll type in the format, which is 0, and then a percent, press Control Enter. Moving to the next one, we need the same thing, but with 1 decimal place. The same goes for the next one, where we need 2 decimal places. All right, let's proceed to the next part. In this example, we will check out the real application of the text function when you join text strings and combine text and numbers. Here, we need to join this text along with the value. First, let's see what happens when you combine text and numbers without using the text function. So type in an equal sign, select the text, ampersand, a single space in between, ampersand again, and then we select the value. Control Enter, double click and send it down. So as you can see, if you concatenate text and numbers directly, the number retains its original format, which you don't want. Now let's use the text function to format the numbers properly. All right, so we'll start with an equal sign. Select the cell containing the text, ampersand. Put a space between quotes, ampersand to join it. Now we'll use the text function. Type in text, press tab, select the value, comma. Now we'll format this in DDYY format. So within quotes, /dd/YY, close parenthesis, Control Enter. Now as you can see, the text and the value have been combined properly, and the value is shown in date format now. Next, we have the time format. So type in an equal sign, select the text we want to combine, ampersand, a single space, ampersand again, to join both parts, text, select the value, comma. Now this time, we will use the time format, and AM/PM, Control Enter. Next, we need the currency format with 2 decimal places. Type in an equal sign, select the cell containing the text which we want to combine, ampersand, a single space, ampersand again. Type in your text function, select the value, comma. This time we need the currency format with 2 decimal places. Control Enter. So as you can see, using the text function ensures that the numbers are formatted as intended when combined with text. All right, now let's combine the results into a single text string with each cell's content separated by a new line character. We will use the CONCAT function this time. So select a cell, type in an equal sign, CONCAT, select the first result, comma. Now we will add character 10, which is used to create a line break within a cell. So type in CHAR, tab, we need character number 10, comma, select the next result, comma, character 10 again for the line break. Now finally select the last result, close parenthesis, control enter. Now you might be thinking that where is the line break that we inserted? In order to see the text in multiple lines, you need to enable wrap text. So under the alignment group, you will click on wrap text. Now you will be able to see multi-line text within a single cell. Now let's proceed to the next part. Here, we will take a quick look at fraction formats. So let's copy the format first. Now we need to format the first value as a fraction with a single digit numerator and denominator. So let's type in an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma. Now paste the format, close parenthesis, control enter. As you can see, the closest single digit fraction to the value will be displayed. Next, we need the same, so press Ctrl D to copy the formula down. Now this value has been formatted up to one digit, the value which is 0.34. To one digit, it's 1 by Q. Next, we need two digits in both the numerator and the denominator. So what we need to do is add one more question mark. So press Ctrl D, press F2 to edit the formula. Now type in a question mark for denominator and also add a question mark for the numerator. All right, press Ctrl enter. Next, we want the value to be displayed as up to 3 digits. So press Ctrl D. Now this time we will add one more question mark, the numerator and the denominator. Press Ctrl enter. Now we just need to change the denominator to 2 as we want to see the value as halves. All right. So type in an equal sign, text, select the value, comma, paste the format which we had copied earlier. Now this time we will just change the denominator to 2 so that it will show it as halves. Press Ctrl enter. All right, next we want the value to be displayed as the nearest quarter. So this time we will replace the 2 by 4. So press Ctrl D, press F2, and I will replace 2 by 4. Next, we need this value to be displayed as 16ths. So let's do the same, Ctrl D, press F2 to edit this. Now we will just edit 4 to 16. Press Ctrl enter. Moving to the next one, let's do the same. We just need to display the value as tenths. So we'll replace the denominator as 10. Press Ctrl enter. Let's move to the next one. Ctrl D. We'll do the same. Change the denominator to 100 this time. Press Ctrl enter. All right. Now let's check out special formats. Sometimes a built-in number format may not meet your needs. In that case, you can create a new number format that is based on an existing number format. So first, let's copy the format of zip code. Press Ctrl C. Now type in an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma, paste the format, which is 5 zeros within quotes, and press Control Enter. Now this will ensure that the number is always displayed with 5 digits, padding with leading zeros if required. Next, we need zip code in 2 parts. A 5-digit main zip code and a 4-digit extension. So press Ctrl D to copy the formula down. Now press F2 to edit the formula. What we'll do is we'll just add a hyphen at the end. Now we'll add 4 zeros for the extension. Press Ctrl Enter. Next, we need to display the social security number in 3 parts. So we'll type in an equal sign, text, select the value, press comma, press Ctrl V, paste the format we just copied. Now we will add the hyphens where we need them for the social security number. So 3 zeros, then a hyphen, 2 zeros, then a hyphen, and 4 zeros at the end. Press Ctrl Enter. Next, we need to group the digits of a 16-digit credit card number into 4 sets of 4 digits. Alright, so let's copy this format first. Type in an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma, paste the format, close parenthesis, Control Enter. Now you could have also used zeros instead of pound symbol here. Right. Next, we need to concatenate text and numbers, preserving the leading zeros. Alright, so we have this ID number, and so we need to add ID number and then the 9-digit number of the ID. Alright. So let's type in an equal sign. Within quotes, type in the text that we want, which is ID, number, a space, and then we use the ampersand to join the text together and the value. Alright, so we will select the value as the ID number, comma. Now we will format this as a 9-digit number. So we will add 9 zeros under format text. 1, 2. Alright, now close parenthesis and press Control Enter. Now as you can see, the leading zeros have been preserved in the ID number. Next, we need currency format with 2 decimal places along with the words per unit at the end. So let's type in an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma. Now we'll type in our format, which is the currency format $, pound, along with we need the thousand separator as well. Now we'll use an ampersand to join the text, which is per unit. Press Control Enter. Alright, we made a small mistake here. So what we need to do is we need to replace this with a 0 and this too with a couple of zeros. Alright, and press Control Enter. Now we can see that we have the currency format with 2 decimal places with the words per unit at the end. Now an interesting thing to note about this is that you can use this in a function, which you couldn't do with a text function. So if you look at the custom format column, if you select any cell inside the custom format column and press Ctrl 1 and check the custom format, you'll be able to see that the same format has been used in custom format as well. All right, moving on. You can also create your own format no matter what it looks like. So we have created a bizarre format here. So let's copy this, have an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma, now paste the format which we just created. Press Control Enter. Now as we can see, we have the dollar sign and also the plus sign along with the curly brackets in front of our value. All right. Next, we need to format this value as latitude, longitude, coordinates. All right, so we'll copy the format, press Control C, type in an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma, paste the format, Control Enter. All right, next, we need to format this value, which is a phone number, in phone number format. So let's copy the format first, press F2, Control A, Control C, press Escape, and type in an equal sign, text, press tab, select the value, comma, now paste the format, close parenthesis, Control Enter. Now as you can see, we have displayed this number in a phone number format. Now if we want to display nothing in the cell, you can use this format. So let's quickly try this out. Type in text, press tab, select the value, type in a comma, and within quotes, type in this format, press Control Enter. Now as you can see, nothing is displayed in this cell. The same goes with our custom format. Now let's proceed to the final part of this lesson. Here we have the sample data set with last year revenue and current year revenue. And we need to calculate the percentage change year over year using a custom format, which will visually differentiate positive and negative percentage values using colors and symbols. All right, first let's add a new column. We will name this YOY percent change. Let's Control Enter. Now, as this is a table, it will get extended. We had learned about this in the very first lesson. All right, so press Enter. And now let's type in our formula, which is current year's revenue divided by the last year's revenue minus 1 to get the percent change. All right. So now as you can see that the cells have been auto-filled. All right. So what we'll do is press Control Shift down arrow to select all the cells. Now, first we will copy the format. Press Control A, Control C, Escape. Select all the cells. Press Control 1 to access the Format Cells dialog box. Now under Category, click on Custom. Under Type, let's paste our format and click on OK. So as you can see, when the values are positive, green color is applied to the text along with an upward triangle. For negative values, red color is applied with downward triangle. Now, if you're not satisfied with the green and red color, you can change that too. Let me show you how. So let's add one more column. So right beside the header, press Control R to add a new column. As this is a table, once again, it will get extended. Now press Control R again. Copy the same formula to the right. Now press Control Shift down arrow and Control D to copy the formula down. All right, now let's open the Format Cells dialog box. And now we will change the color green to blue. And we will change red to black. Press Enter. Now you should note that you can only achieve this with custom format, not with the text function. Alright, so this concludes our epic lesson on all text functions along with custom number format. In the next lesson, we will learn all about date and time functions in Excel. I'll see you all in the next video.